and welcome to the free webinar Boost Your Coaching Business. And this is meant to be for coaches, mentors, transformational agents, entrepreneurs. And I want you to turn your business upside down and become the best valued coach you were always meant to be. So you are in the right place, and your life from today on will never be the same again. So I have these slides for you, and I'll be, moving my slides forward like this a little bit. And this is like interactive thing between you and me, and I really want you to enjoy. I want you to take notes. I want you to really think about how your life is going to transform if you're a coach, mentor, or entrepreneur, because today you are about to make 3 crucial shifts in your coaching business. And these 3 crucial shifts have changed lives of so many people, including mine. I'll tell you my story a little later on. But these 3 shifts are, first one is such a powerful one. It's from hope, pray, and wait strategy, because even if you don't know that you have a business strategy, you actually do have a business strategy. And if this strategy is hope, pray, and wait, then you are probably frustrated and waiting for clients, and you don't know where or when the next client is coming from. You are maybe thinking about closing your practice, or maybe you are just lost, and maybe you are even asking yourself, am I meant to be a healer? Am I meant to be a mentor, a coach? And this is the place that's really frustrating, and you don't need to be there. And you don't need to stay in this place. And then from this business strategy, which is not really a strategy, but this is how you function, and this is how I functioned for too long, you are going to move to practice which is full of high-paying clients. This is not just a practice of full paying clients, but of full high-paying clients, and I'll show you how today. And then the next shift, which is kind of obvious and comes as a consequence of the first one, is that you are going to move from stress to liberated. Because the other option, if it's maybe it's not your case that you have too little clients, maybe you have lots of clients, but then you need to wait for them, and then you need to have then you need to be available all the time for them, and then it's really, I've met a lot of people who are really entering into the stress and burnout from this position, and so they just so much want the time freedom and financial freedom that comes from the shift that we're going to make today together. And then the last shift, which is of course many of you favorite, is to move from way too low fees to confidently charging respectful fees. What are respectful fees? This could be, debated, but for me, this is the fee where I feel really respected, where I feel valued, where I feel I'm not taken advantage of, or when I feel that I don't need to kind of sell myself under the level that I feel that's still compensating for all the knowledge and all the expertise and all the compassion and all the presence that I'm giving into my business. So I'm sure you like these shifts, and this is why you are here as well. I'm sure you are here because right now you might feel frustrated. You might feel lost. You might feel on the crossroads. You might feel stressed. And most of all, I'm quite sure you feel undervalued. At least this was how I felt. And many of my clients, like everyone almost, reports of this kind of feelings. And you are here because of 3 words. I will tell you 3 words. These are the words that you say to yourself when you devote 1 hour of your precious time to listen to the webinars like this and to listen to me. And this is, these 3 words are, I have enough. So I have enough are the words that you are like that came across your mind few days ago, few weeks ago, and then you were asking for the solution. Universe, please bring me a solution. I don't want to live like this anymore, or I want to bring this precious gift that I have in myself to the world. And this is why you are here. You are here to shift your reality. You are here to change the way you are making money in your coaching business, and this will last forever, because this is the shift that really happens just once in your life, and from there on it will be just going up. And I refer to coaching business as all the businesses that have to do with any kind of mentorship, teaching, transformation, and also all the actually service-based entrepreneurs. So if you fall in either of this category, then you are just in the right place today here with me. At the end of today's presentation, I will also explain how you can proceed to work with me. I guess this is okay with you, and if that's not okay with you, then you can just not listen to me. But it's really worth it, because I have so many things to tell you, and your life will be changed. And also, I will give you a precious gift at the end of this presentation, and just stick with me because you'll like this gift. It's free, you don't have to pay for it. Of course, gifts are free, and it will again add to the shift that you will begin to make during this presentation. And then this gift will just really push you over the line where you want to go. So what is it that you want? What is it that you want? I believe that you want, first of all, bring your precious gift to the world, that you actually want to serve and help people with what you have in your heart. And it's not just your heart, it's also your expertise. I believe you have studied a lot, you have a lot of knowledge, you've done a lot of work on yourself, a lot of transformational work, and now you have either tried to make business out of it and it didn't work, you have tried and it did work, but you have too many clients and you are stressed, or it didn't work at all. And you are actually asking yourself, am I in the right place, or am I meant to be a healer or not? And I'm sure that instead of that, you want, like I said, bring your gift back to the world. And also, what is it that you want? You want also make money. You want time and financial freedom. I refer to it as abundance. It could be financial abundance, it could be time abundance, but a crucial and important part of it is, of course, money. It's always, if you are not making the money that you need and want in your life, it means that you are actually really still holding back in your life. And this is what I'm going to show you today, how to stop holding back your creativity, your precious gifts, and then along with that also make money. And why am I doing that is because I really believe in the words that you see right now. And this is my dear, one of the dearest person to me, or that more respected for me, His Holiness Dalai Lama, and he said, the planet does not need more successful people. The planet desperately needs more peacemakers, healers, restorers, storytellers, and lovers of all kinds. And I cannot express enough how much I agree with that. Although I would change it a little bit. I'm sure that this planet desperately needs more successful peacemakers, healers, restorers, storytellers, and lovers of all kinds. It's not, successful people in a traditional meaning. Sometimes, or many times, they're empty. They're just searching for something more, for the deeper meaning. They want to have deeper connections. And if these are successful people, then I'm not one of those. But I am a successful healer. And this is where I see the success as a tool or as a goal to reach more people and to help more people live nicer life, live the life that's full of health and love and abundance. And this is what you want, and this is what you want for your clients. as well. And I want to tell you my another big why. Why am I doing this? So here you see my three precious children. And on my, what's that, left, right, whatever it is, you can see who's the eldest, right? His name is Steph. He's my firstborn, of course. And then I have another boy, my middle son, whose name is Max. And then is my little girl, who's not so little anymore, and her name is Ira. And I mean, I'm really a devoted mom. I really love my family. I love my children. I spend so much time with them. And, as we all meet challenges in our life, I have met my fair share of my challenges, of course, too. And one of them was definitely that I divorced. I divorced from their father. I wanted to quit that marriage because it really wasn't healthy. And it was kind of abusive, and I was an abused child, and I just, according to my abusive childhood, I have created a marriage like this as well. And I really decided I want to go out. And when I divorced, I actually met the worst period of my life. And I was emotionally so down that also my finances went just below the zero. And it wasn't because of my ex-husband, because even before I was the provider in our family, it was just I couldn't make it work. And along with that, because now we can have the chicken and the egg story, right? What was the first and what was the second? But along with that, I also changed my profession, my work. So I decided to quit my job, or to quit my, actually I was leading the nonprofit organization before that, to quit that and to start only making money or making my living from my healing profession. And it didn't work. It didn't work at all. I was taught in my school. I'm actually Barbara Brennan, energy healer, and I really love this work. And those of you who are also from Barbara Brennan, you know what we are going through, and those of you who are not, I mean, you know what you have been through, so you know we were through a lot, right? To even become healers, it's not just like that. And so I decided to be a healer, and I was taught in the school that if I don't have clients, I just need to sit in my practice, hold my intention, and the clients will come. It didn't happen. It didn't happen with me. And I know so many people that it doesn't happen with them. Why it didn't happen, I will tell you in a minute. Because later on, I understood why it didn't happen. But at the moment, I didn't understand. I thought there is something totally wrong with me, that I am a bad healer and I am never meant to be to help people and serve their needs to live the life that they really deserve. And this was so painful because I really wanted to be a healer. So here I had a situation. 3 small children, they were very small at the time. It was more than 10 years ago. And then I had no financial support from my ex, no time support from my ex, nor not from my parents. So I was actually able to work only a couple of hours a day. And afternoons, I needed to have free for my children because I really didn't want them to grow up like like neglected or not to have their needs met in their early childhood. So I had very limited time, and I had to make at least double money because I had to compensate for another adult who is normally providing for the children, right? So I had this enigma in front of me. So what shall I do? And actually, I was really praying at the moment, like pray, hope, and wait. And then at one moment, I had this light come to me, and this light said, it was like a goddess came to me, and she said, "You need spiritual or specific business education." I said, "What? What are you talking about?" "You need a specific business education." And I tell you, I listened, and from that moment on, next day, I have found the education that has taught me what am I about to tell you today. And this has totally, completely changed my life. And from that moment on, I started to, doing my healing practice in a completely different way. I moved from a hope, pray and wait strategy to the real business strategy that's really in synchronicity with what we do as healers and coaches. And I was able to make enough money, more than enough money for all of our needs. And I still have all the afternoons and holidays and vacation. I all have them devoted to my family, to my children, so they don't feel like their mommy is working like day in and day out and they have no money and no time. So this was my dream come true. And I'm so happy this is so nowadays, and this is part of my give back, so that I'm giving this free presentation, because you can really have a lot of clues and shifts in this presentation. And for those of you who are willing to go deeper and really make it a business, I'll show you the option at the end, like I said before. And what was my biggest takeaway from when I made the shifts that I told you? And my biggest takeaway was how I did it. I'll show it later on. But my biggest takeaway was that I was not in touch with my unique way of healing this world. And most probably, if you are struggling financially, if you're struggling to find clients, if you still have to do the job so it pays your bills, and then in the afternoon you try, or even you are about to quit to try how to have your coaching practice, then you still need to find your unique way of healing this world. And I tell you, this is the beauty of this work, because then your unique way of healing will bring together all of your expertises, because you might have more than one, right? For instance, I am an energy healer, then I am a sound healer, and I'm also a business person. I like doing business. So how to blend something that seems like totally incompatible, like business and spirituality and healing? How does this go together? But this is me. So I was so happy when I have finally found a way how to blend what is really important to me. And so you need to find your unique blending, and you will be surprised when I'll show you how to do that. You will be surprised how things that you were sometimes choosing, like either or, shall I do this or this modality? Shall I do 1 hour of that or that one, or what shall I do? Now I will show you how to combine all what you know with your, of course, also with your life experience, which is very rich. I know that. And how to make a really creative and unique service to your clients. And actually, what's the benefit of that? It's not only that you get to use everything that you know and that you are creative and that you can, of course, set a completely different price for that, so you are paid well. There's also one more thing. You have no competition. There is no competition. It's like if you're doing the way you are doing it, no one does it in the same way. So no fear that someone is going to steal that from you. Like, no one can steal that from me. Like, you have many business coaches, I know, but I'm really specialist in emotional transformation. So I help you along the way, not just with business strategy, but do the necessary emotional transformation and gain the necessary emotional strength you need to be successful in your business. Because everyone can teach you the business strategy, but gaining the necessary emotional strength is very specific. So this is my strong part, and this is what I'm offering, and I am very unique at that. So you are very unique at something that's yours, and you will tell me what it is when we meet. And I'm sure now it makes your heart sing, and it makes my heart sing, actually. So I'll take a sip of water. Shift number 1. From hope, pray, and wait to practice filled with high-end paying clients. How to do that? I'll just go straight with this shift. You need to move from charging dollars, euros, pounds, where are you from? I don't know, per hour to comprehensive transformational programs. What does that mean? So you need to do that shift from charging per hour to charge for the comprehensive program for your people. And you can create and then deliver, of course, the comprehensive transformational programs for groups and for individuals. It's for both. It's for everything. Actually, what you need to do, or what you do when you become a high-end program master, because I call this comprehensive solutions, comprehensive programs, I call them high-end programs. You actually design them in a way so they help your clients going step by step. You actually create a step-by-step system. And in this step-by-step system, you take your client from point A, which is the problem, to point B, which is the solution. Makes sense, right? It makes perfect sense. Because clients come to you with a problem. And then you have a system. You already most probably have some system how to take your client from their problem to their solution. But you need to, just really make it like in a structured way so your people know what they are getting. And here I get the objection many times, and this is, yeah, Shanti, but I cannot promise the solution to my clients. I know, I can't promise you to be a millionaire after taking my mastery program either. But I am promising that you will be closer to your solution. So if your goal is to be a millionaire, then you will be closer. If your goal is to have like a practice that's filled with clients and you have enough time so you can be in the afternoon either with your family or have time for yourself, or like maybe you like mornings for yourself, you will work afternoon, doesn't really matter, and have enough money for that, then I can promise this solution. And so, but now another objection can come in. Yeah, Shanti, but this is business knowledge. So you teach business knowledge and then you can promise that. I don't teach business knowledge. I do it in this program, but my main work is around emotional transformation. So how to put emotional transformation in a step-by-step system. You can do that too. This was how I began. I actually began my systems, my step-by-step systems, by taking my clients from the painful beliefs over the, releasing their pain into going into their happy and brilliant self. Like it was just a very short version that I told you now. Just there is no way that even the very soft service couldn't be designed into the step-by-step system to take your client from point A to point B. And of course, there is more to it. There is more to it, and I teach you all this in all the details that you need to know how to design this program. I'll teach you this in my mastery program. I just, I'm limited with time today, so I just really want to come through these 3 shifts. So when you design your programs, there are so many benefits for your client. We usually think about the client first, right? First of all, they get long-term commitment. Because they don't just come for a session and then you say, you know what, if you like the session, then please call me when you need me next time, right? When this happens, then you are kind of tied with a waiting routine. Like I have to again go to hope, pray, and wait. I hope people will call me this week because I need to pay that bill, or things like that. So this is what you don't want anymore. If your client enrolls or commits to a long-term program, long-term could be 3, 6 months, something like that, then they've done a commitment to you. And from this commitment, and not to you, sorry, I said it wrong. It's not, it may seem from the first sight that they are making commitment to you, but actually, who are they making commitment to? They are making commitment to themselves. We all know, I know for myself, when I'm going through personal growth, somewhere in the way, sometimes it gets so achy and so difficult that I would rather quit. I said, what do I need for, all this emotion transformation? Oh my goodness. And If I've paid for the whole program, maybe just for the sake of money, I would maybe persist. And you know that the best results are achieved when you persist through the narrow passage, through the narrow point, through the through the difficult point in your development. And this is what your clients get. They won't quit just at the moment that they were just about to break through, but it was difficult. But when they have long-term commitment, they will go through and they will have so much better results. So there are really, really, really huge benefits for them. And also they have a time frame for a shift. I remember being in a school, Barbara Brennan School of Healing, and I was kind of stubborn with some of my defenses and some of my patterns that I had to go through. But since I knew I have to graduate by the end of the year, I did the shift. I would swear, I would put my hand to the, my arm to the fire that probably did not have that time frame. I would probably roll into my patterns for another year or so. But that way was like I had to drop my ego. I had to make the shift that was required from me in order to graduate. So it's good to have a time frame for your clients too. It's not good to have like them for eternal time. And then also clients, when they enroll into the transformational program with you, they don't have a feeling like they're doing a therapy. If you are a coach or a healer, sometimes people think that there should be something really wrong with them, so they go to a healer. Not necessarily. If you do the programs, the transformational programs, they are coming for different reasons. They're actually coming to solve problem A, that you bring them to the solution B, remember, from the previous slide, right? So they don't have a feeling they are doing therapy, and they're more likely to enroll and to come to you and to pay for that, of course. And then, of course, there are benefits for you. It's always balanced. I really believe in balance in the universe. So first of all, you enjoy your creative expression and you combine your expertises, like I said at the beginning. And then you get the long-term commitment from your clients, which is also good because then you know that you don't need to pack everything in the first session, but then you have time. So you can take your client over the process really nicely and the way they deserve, and so in the way they will have results. And also clients take their work seriously. They don't cancel, they don't play around, they just take it seriously. And of course, that on the long term, you will have better results with them and better testimonials. So they will refer you to other people. They will say, oh, work with Shanti was so great because now I'm making so much money. Like I invested into the mastery program, but now I've made already 5 times that back in just 3 months. This is what people tell me. And I mean, does it convince you? It does. So the same will happen to you. So people will go around and they will tell about the results because you will do all these things that are necessary to provide specific results for them. Okay, shift number 2, from stress to freedom. I call it the most important side effect of high-end program system. It's freedom. It's freedom. For me, it's freedom. Because I told you, I'm a mom of 3. I'm a single mom, so I'm with my family like every afternoon because their daddy, unfortunately, doesn't really involve into the family very much. And so I just need my schedule planning. And then my children have vacation every once in a while. They have Christmas vacation, and then have fall and summer and spring and whatever. I want to be with them. Not just want, I also have to be with them. Otherwise, they're just on their own. I don't want them to be on their own. So I can always, if I enroll a client into the long-term program, let it be one-on-one program. It can be one-on-one 3 months program, for instance. I can schedule our sessions in advance. So I know when I can work, when I cannot work, and also they know when they have time. So we schedule all these sessions, and then we have like a time frame for 3 or 6 months, and we can this really do around our schedules. And then of course, since the high-end program, I will tell you this at the last shift, you actually charge for the whole process. You don't charge for the hour anymore. And for that being said, it means that you get all the money either in advance or it could be in installments, but in any case you know how much money is coming in. So your financial planning is so much easier because you know how much money is coming in. So it actually gives you freedom. It gives you financial and time freedom. And this in my life is the number one thing. So first is health, then is freedom, and then is money. So these are my values. And for me, of course, this is what happens. We were in Venice and in Paris, and then the third is from the Grand Canyon. Like, we just really like to travel. Here, the eldest one was already too big to go with us, so I just went with the little ones, and I just can travel like for 5, 6 days. And this means a world to me, really a world to me. And these are some more pictures. So the one with the skiing, this is so close to my home. Like, I live 10 minutes drive from the ski resort, and I can go skiing for 2 or 3 hours because I know when clients are coming and when clients are not coming. And then the picture to my right, is from Maldives. I mean, this is how I work, because I work so much online. I can go to Maldives as long as they have internet. And we were there for 2 weeks. We were swimming, going around, and I was also a little bit working. Like, you can see my portable office. This is my dream come true. And down here, we are on the Cyprus, where we went for 2 weeks vacation as well. And I was working there. I was working part time, and part time I was with my children. So it's really great. Once you organize your work around your high-end program system, then you can create the freedom you want. Mine is traveling. Your might be something else. You don't know. I don't know. But you create the freedom according to your needs and according to your, values. So this is for me like, oh, I can say thank you like 1,000 times a day. And why you get this benefits, like why you get the financial freedom, like I said, this is because you get paid for the entire process. You get paid for the entire process. It's not hourly based fee anymore. Like I said in the first shift, you get paid for the entire process, and then you know how much money is coming in. And also what I really like is, for instance, I never had a client cancel, being late, or not showing up for the session when they invested in a program. I tell you, it has never ever happened. And before, it was like many times, I got sick, I can't come today. Or I don't have money, I can't come today. Or they don't even cancel, they just don't show up. Or my dog my dog doesn't feel very well, so I can't come today. I mean, it's not funny. It's you are there waiting and not having the income, and then next day you need to do the same thing and over and over and over again. So when client invests in a long-term high-end program, they never ever do that anymore. So this is for me like such a huge benefit because I can really organize my time, and of course my finances so much better. And there's one more little thing that sometimes people think, or you might think to yourself, oh, it's so much work. How am I going to sign in people for my long-term high-end programs? And I tell you, it's equal work to sign in people for weekend workshops as it is for long-term high-end programs. And weekend workshops are kind of known way of making money, and then you have so much work, and then you have 2 months of work. You prepare the venue, and you get the invitation out, and you do all this like leaflets and everything, and then you have 4 participants because 10 said they are coming, and then 6 had sick dogs and couldn't come, and then 4 come, and then you have all this preparation, and then you are left with a breaking even if you're lucky, and then you have to start it all over again. Ouch. I've done this. I've made like, I don't know, 200-300 euros from the workshop, which I paid for the renting my place for the workshop, and then I was like, okay, my children need to eat. And that's So I tell you, the same work you invest in the weekend workshop, you invest in the long-term high-end programs, or even less, or even less. So I'll show you how to do that in our mastery program. And now we are at our favorite shift. This is shift number 3, from way too low fees to charging respectful fees. Haha, get ready. You know, do you have something to not to drink? I have something to drink, to write, you know, to write. Write it down. The biggest difference is that in the pay-ho weight system, you charge for a session. In the high-end program system, you charge for a transformation. You don't even charge for program. Your program will most likely have certain amount of hours, certain amount of certain activities, and it will be somehow timely limited. If I work with people like in one-on-one individual programs, 3 months, this would usually be like, let's say, 7 to 10 hours of work, of our work together. But what I'm charging for, it's not my time. I'm charging for transformation. I'm charging for transformation. So it is the transformation that you make when you come to me for 3 months. Let's say someone who is really way below her or his financial limits. If they change, or if you change your income from just breaking even, just having ends met in the month, to really having like, well, good finances while having more time, how much is it worth for you? So this is what I'm to estimate when I charge for the program. If I work with someone on emotional transformation, so this from emotional transformation, they will have a lot better relationships, let's say with their children, or they won't ever get very sick. How much is it worth? How much is it worth for people? I tell you, it is worth a way more than just 10 hours of what you are currently charging right now. And I know I've paid for my transformation at least 150,000 euros. And I tell you, if you give me 150 billion or any money in this world, there is no money that can pay me that I would go back to where I was before my transformation began. So actually the transformation you are giving to your people is priceless. It's priceless. But you need to put a price tag on it. But it's a way more that just hourly fee times hours you are investing in this person or in this group of people. So it is the big shift in your mind. So it's a mindset shift. You are charging for transformation, and it is worth it. It is worth it. You just need to be able and willing to claim the results your clients are receiving from the work with you. So fee is actually set for the whole process. It's not like, oh yeah, I take 2 hours, then when I have money, I'll come back and I'll have another hour, because it never happens. Whenever I still do this old way, because sometimes some clients come and say, oh, okay, yeah, this and this, and in my early years, I sometimes still bought into their story and I gave it. Again, the same story. They came for 1, 2, 3 sessions and they never showed up again after that. And they didn't have results, of course. So I'm really strict. I am not working with people otherwise as a long-term programs, because I believe if you want to make a meaningful transformation, you need at least 6 months. That's what you need. But I'm not working you halfway through. It's like, like surgeon, you can't perform like half of the operation. Like you have to go through. And I'm an expert here, so I know at least 6 months are necessary. So I'm now very, very strict about that. I'm just accepting clients for a certain amount of time. I'm not accepting them for 1 hour to try me out. This is not what I'm doing. So the fee is actually set for the whole process. And fees for individual programs are always highest, because you devote your one-on-one time to these people, And then group programs, they can be more like affordable to most of people, but they give you generous leverage on your income, like really generous leverage on your income, because many people come or more people can come. Like you can charge a little lower fee, but then you have 10 or 20 people in your group, or it could be 100 people, and then you have this generous leverage on your income. So this is how your financial freedom is coming in. Can you see that? And benefits of respectful fees are plenty. First, clients respect the process more and they have better results. Because if you pay good, if you pay well for something, you will respect that more. This is why I believe we still have money, and this, from my point of view or from my point of understanding, this is the spiritual background of money. If I pay for something, it means like I'm taking this seriously, whatever it is, or I'm respecting someone who invested a lot of energy into providing something for me, and I'm saying thank you with my money. So actually, we as clients, we respect the process way more if we pay well for it. So you will see, I mean, since I'm charging like respectful fees for my programs, I have such a different results. People just, I mean, maybe the reason is also because the clients who even commit for long term work with me are more committed by their personality. So it actually really, I don't have people who just try me out and they go around and say, oh, I was there 2 hours with Shanti, it didn't work. Well, I don't want this kind of clients. I want clients who are committed to their process and they want to have results, and I want to have results with them. I'm that kind of a person. So I also expect people to be, people who work with me to be this kind of a person. So this is my, healthy boundary. And so the clients do that, and so will yours. Their commitment is stronger. And there is one more thing. If you charge a respectful fee for your high-end program, for your entire process, you charge a respectful fee, which could go like anywhere from 1,000 to, I don't know, 5,000, 10,000, even more. Sometimes my highest fee right now is 12,000. So this is my highest fee for work on one-on-one. But for, you can charge anywhere from where you feel like really this is your respectful fee. And with that, you model abundance energetically. It's not that I'm saying, you know what, I believe in abundance, I believe there is enough, but I believe you don't have money. That's not the way I see the energetic modeling of ourselves to our clients. So you need to model abundance energetically too. And of course, you attract what you believe. So if you believe that your fees are too expensive, then you will attract clients who will tell you are too expensive. If you believe that your fees are respectful to you, then people who come, they will say, I really like that you are setting respectful fees, because this gives me the permission that I have respect for myself, from my people around me. See, this is the law of attraction which comes in. Every time when I have a client who says like, oh, you're too expensive, I know, okay, there is still a doubt in me if I can charge that. And then I work on that emotionally, and then magically I have clients who say, thank you for having respectful fees. So this is what will happen to you over and over and over again. And of course, you contribute by spreading abundance mindset rather than the lack mindset. And, and as I told you, when I was left with no money after my divorce, actually my most painful area of development was my lack mindset. I was actually convinced there isn't enough. And this is still something when I'm when I'm really out of my comfort zone, this not enoughness can come and get me, can come and try to get me. But now, I'm practicing this so much that it doesn't get me more than for a few minutes. And then I say, okay, here you go again, my dear gremlin lack mindset. Let me talk to you for a moment, and I just don't talk to them. I really what I really do in those moments is I embrace the child part of me who was raised in the lack mindset. And so I give this part of me healing, deep healing, and then I can change to abundance mindset again. So you contribute by respectful fees. You contribute to abundance mindset rather than lack mindset, and you choose where are you contributing in your clients. I invite you to join our community and spread abundance mindset. Okay, so what is it that you need to master to boost your coaching business? What is it that you need to know so you can put all these shifts to practice so you can start literally creating the time and financial freedom for yourself that you want, and also thriving coaching business? And now I will tell you a little bit about the program, and at the end I'll also give you the gift. So stick with me. It's really interesting. It's really worth knowing. So I named my program High End Programs Mastery. So this is my mastery program. And it's 3 months program, and it's provided online. So you can listen to it or watch it from wherever you are in the world, and also from the comfort of your own sofa. You And in this program, you'll get everything what you need to boost your coaching business and to create financial and time freedom. You'll need everything for the really solid fundamentals. And I'll tell you all what I'm going to give you in this program. I'm still using nowadays. Now I'm in my business. I think it's 5 years now. It's 5 years now. I'm making high six figures, and I still use the same strategy. So this is what you'll get. What you need to know, what you will learn actually, it is, I divided it into like 3 areas. And the first one is going to dive deep into the art of design of high-end programs. How to really design high-end programs. It's really important that you know which ingredients to put so the soup is really good at the end when it's cooked, right? So the art of design, how to put your story into that, how to put your expertise, when and how to present the price, how to start talking to your client. So this is what you need to know, and it's really important, and it's worth, it's actually impossible. Without this knowledge, you can't do it. You just simply can't. Even if you think you can do it yourself, my suggestion is don't even try to do it yourself, because it's really so much more, frustrating when you are not getting it right. Then the second thing, of course, you need to sell that high-end program, right? So you need to learn the art of compassionate selling. So I hate classical selling too. This was my biggest obstacle. I know, please, if you like selling, then you'll love it. If you don't like selling, then you'll love it as well, because it's so compassionate. It's coming from your heart, and you really want to serve. And then I teach you exact questions and how to talk to people. And I tell you, my ratio of compassionate selling is about 70 to 80%. So when I talk to people and using compassionate selling, then like 4 out of 5 would buy what I'm offering, because you know how to touch them in their pain point, and then you know how to help them out of this pain point to the solution. And this is called compassionate selling. So I will teach you that in the mastery as well. And of course, along with that, I can teach you both of that excellently. But if you don't make the mindset shifts and emotional transformation, it's useless. So you need to do certain shifts, and you need to go through your own emotional transformation, and this combination is so unique to my work. So this combination will bring you over it, and then you will, of course, this is the program you need to invest the money. It's very low investment, you will see, but you will get this money back like 100 times, like really many times. You will get this money back once you do all this combination of mastery. Okay, so technically it's provided in 8 content modules, which are short modules about 30 minutes, plus, more or less 30 minutes. So I don't want to overwhelm you. And then I provide you with 8 mindset modules. And they're all given in video or audio content, and they're really easy to listen and really nice to listen. So I know if you are still with me, that you see I'm not boring, so it will be really nice. We'll have a lot of fun too. And I believe in practice. So along with these modules, you need to know some content, right? But along with that, you will make many practical exercises. So you will literally be building brick onto brick onto brick onto brick your business that gives you time and financial freedom. So I will provide you with many practical exercises so you can keep going. And you can, of course, reach your results, not just keep going. I decided to tell you a little bit about the content as well. So what are you going to learn about is how to define your ideal client, because I don't want you to work with people who you are not compatible with. Then you will learn how to define results and find pain points for your clients. And then you will connect with your own story, because you are a healer, coach, mentor, service-based professional because of your story. Everyone is. If you think you aren't, you'll see you are. So there is your story connected to that, and people will like to listen to these stories, right? If you were here with me, I would ask you, how did you find my story? Did you see part of yourself in my story? Did you see I'm a human with a bleeding heart sometimes, just as vulnerable as you are? And I just happen to really be passionate about teaching high-end progress mastery. And so the story will connect you with your clients, and you will learn how to do that. And then, of course, then you will be connecting the dots and putting the basic ingredients into your high-end program. So the program will be like really nice, solid thing. And then you will put price on it, and that's my specialty. I'm really good with being with you when you go out of your comfort zone and set your respectful price. Because if you're not going out of your comfort zone, that you are not making your transformation. So here I will be with you on the edge, and you will make this transformation. I can't wait for it. And then, of course, you will learn about compassionate selling and answering objections of your clients. And this all will be accompanied by bi-weekly live coaching calls. So the content that I spoke about before is pre-recorded, but this coaching calls, they're live. So we go on a special platform where we can talk, and just you ask me any question. And so there you get a lot of personal attendance from myself and from your co-students, and you have so much mutual support. And the same mutual support happens in our private, closed Facebook group, and there is place for your questions, for your answers, and really, feeling like I'm not alone in this journey. I am doing this transformation, I am setting the price, I am putting together ingredients, I am setting my expertise together. So how can I do this or do that? And then you ask that, and then people answer, and then you feel like, oh, I'm not alone. I have my family who is going with me through the transformation, and this is so great. This is so precious. So you'll have a lot of support, because I really believe in support in my programs. Okay. I decided to add something else. When I was doing this program, I was going through this, what you need to know, and then I said, no, there is no way I'm giving this program away without a module where you learn how to create a signature talk. What's a signature talk? This is the presentation that sells. So you will have to do, or you will be invited to do, every once in a while, a presentation, a short workshop, could be free of charge, could be for low price, where you're going to present what are you offering, your offer, so to say. But this is so important because creating a signature talk for coaches, mentors, entrepreneurs, service-based entrepreneurs is completely different from the classical business presentations. So I'm adding this module. So people won't go home like, oh yes, sure, I'll think about it and tell you later. You know how this ends? Like no one calls back, right? So you'll learn how to give the presentation that really sells and you'll love it. You'll actually fall in love with that. I had a client recently and she was so freaking afraid of giving these presentations. And like several days ago, she told me that she gave her presentation, and it was only possible because she made an emotion transformation first, and then she went there and she gave it, and she sold several programs, and then she said, you know what? It wasn't that horrible than I expected it to be. So I said, yeah, I'm so happy about you. Yeah, if you're afraid of speaking to people, then I'll tell you, you'll have emotional transformation and you'll do it. You'll do it. No problem. Okay, the duration of this program is 3 months. That's the minimum of the minimum that your transformation takes. It's not, I mean, I can give you all the knowledge in 1 week, but your transformation will take minimally 3 months. So I'm not making it any shorter than that. I want you to be committed for 3 months. And now I'm sure you also want to know the investment, right? So I'm a very transparent person. I believe in transparent selling. And I also have decided for a very, very, very affordable investment. And this investment is, I mean, the worth of it. I could go now to the worth of everything, right? If you combine everything, what is worth of this thing, you will come to the probably number around 3,000 or more. But I have decided to give this to you just for investment of 1,297 euros, which is really, really, really affordable investment for everyone who decides to do this. And I'm so happy I can offer this, and I count on really beautiful, beautiful coaches and mentors. I have graduated so far, I believe, around 200 people from my high-end programs mastery program, which has a little different main name in my country because I'm doing both. I'm doing in English on international level and then in my own language, which is Slovenian. I'm from Slovenia. And I have graduated more than 200 people, and they are so happy, and they are achieving great results, financial, time, and especially in results with their clients. So this investment is really the lowest I can go, and I decided to make it really affordable. So go for it. Take it. Take it. It won't, maybe it might not stay like this forever. And now I offer you my free gift. And my free gift is a free 15-minute strategy session where I help you to remove your obstacles to success and freedom. I really help you do that. I'm really good at that. I've studied all this energy healing, and I can literally see through your obstacles to success and freedom, and I will help you see that. So this free strategy session is, you don't have to enroll into my program. You can come, you can take this session even if you're convinced now that you are not coming to the program. But if you are convinced that you are coming to the program, or if you are in the doubt whether should you do it, shall you do it, or shall you not do it, then I'll give you something else. If you enroll in the free session, in this free strategy session, then I'll gift you with a special additional bonus, which is a secret bonus. And it involves one-on-one work with me. This is what I'm telling, and this is really extremely priceless bonus. But you will get that bonus if you decide to involve or to enroll into the high-end programs mastery online 3 months online program in the strategy session with me. Yeah. This is the surprise bonus. I told you a little bit about the surprise bonus. So it involves some work with me one-on-one, which is priceless, because even just with that work one-on-one, I like to say I earn my money back. I earn my money back just with this one, with within this one session, sorry, I earn my money back. Okay, so actually you have nothing to lose and everything to win. So apply for a free strategy session. Please write us an email to info@shantymoroina.com. I only have 10 spots available in this month, so please apply now, because the sessions will be given on a first come and first serve basis. That's the way I can do it. And of course, I don't have unlimited resources for this session. So, just go to the email and write an email. Just type like, I'm, from the webinar Boost Your Coaching Business, I'm applying for the free strategy session. And if there are still spots left, then you'll be given a time slot, and then we'll speak most probably over Skype, right? Because I don't know where you are in the world, and we'll also work on our time schedule, on our time zones different. So we'll make that work, don't worry. Okay, my dear, there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. I have to take the stairs. I had to, and I still have to. So it's actually nice, because then you feel alive, and then you feel like you have done something for yourself. So I'm really looking forward. To see you in the strategy session, and then in the program with this affordable investment. You don't have anything to think about it. Nothing to lose, nothing to think about it. Just enroll, come, and your life will never ever be the same again. And you'll be serving your clients from your heart. And then every evening you'll go to bed and you'll say, thank you, God, universe, whatever universal plan, that I'm living this life now. And then when your last day will come, you will feel like you have contributed, you have impacted this world with your gifts. And this is something that's really, really important. That's so important. I know you're far from that day, but think of it, what you would be sorry if you die tomorrow. And if you would be sorry that you didn't bring your gift to the world, then go and do it. And I'm actually offering you my hand, so we can do it together. You are not alone in it. You have a very, very skilled company, skilled support on this journey, and you will come out as a brilliant high-end programs master. So I'll see you in the strategy session and then in the program, and I can't wait for this moment when you will tell me that you've made your investment back like 10 times. And my last saying goes like, the best way to make dreams come true is to wake up. So wake up and apply. info@shantymoroina.com. Apply now. See you. Bye bye.